We've already talked about background ponies here on the channel, where we dove a little bit into their stories, but none of them have many information as Lyra Heartstring. Hey beautiful people, I'm Julie, and today let's talk about the details of this beloved character. Lyra is a character that appears in over 40 episodes along the 9 seasons of the show, and she had a great development, even being a background character. She was born and raised in Canterlot and moved to Ponyville at some point in her life after Twilight moved there. Still in the first episode of season 1, part of the name Lyra was given by the fans before being officially adopted by Hasbro. Her name appeared for the first time as Heartstrings in a folder that came out with a mystery bag toy released in Europe in 2012, and later was expanded to Lyra Heartstring in a toy released in America, a tabletop game and a card collecting one, being identical to the character that was so far nameless in the series. Her pose and many style are the same one as Twilight Sparkle in the mystery bag toy. At the time, they didn't even bother to change the designs that much. According to a layout artist of the series, the background ponies have no name, but Lyra Heartstring was labeled as an accidental unicorn number 2 in the studio back in 2013, before being officially named in merchandising and other medias. The same artist used Lyra for background jokes, making her jump excited, drink from a cup, and sit like a human on a chair in a really slouchy pose. The color design Heather Becko said back in 2014 that Tony drew, "I just thought that it looks like her, and I have no idea if it was intentional or not. I just like to put Lyra in all the places." I love hearing that. Imagine you're a character designer and likes one of them so much that you draw it all over the places. From that, Lyra's design was used as a base for many background ponies, changing some of her original characteristics, like her color in Sparkler's case, turning her into an Earth pony like Rose, or in a Pegasus like with Silver Speed and Skyra, who is identical to her. Come on, there are some versions of her that they don't even bother to change her colors. A version that appears a lot is the one that has blue eyes with some shades of pink that appears alone in the middle of a crowd. I've counted she at least 5 times, not to mention the many clones of her that appears many times, like how they do in Big Clouds, but really after you notice her design, you start to see her everywhere. You just need to pay real close attention and you see her a lot. Comment down below if you've seen a variant of Lyra in some episode. I would love to know. As I mentioned, Lyra appears in over 40 episodes, but let me tell you about some of these appearances. The first appearance of Lyra Heartstring is in Friendship is Magic Part 1, in the first episode of the series back in Canterlot, where she walks with Amethyst Star, who is also called Sparkle, and she waves to Twilight Sparkle. Later, she goes to the surprise party that Pinkie Pie sets up for Twilight in Ponyville. In the party, we see many of Twilight's folk, like Minuet, Lemon Hearts, and Twinkleshire, showing some of her old friend group, if we can say that. Twilight had friends back in the day, right? Before the main 6. In all matters, both in the series and in the games, we see that they had a friendship, like in the Interplay trading card from 2013, in a Lyra card that reads, "From all the ponies that Twilight Sparkle told about her adventures throughout the magic mirror, Lyra was by far the most curious one." In a Canterlot Wedding Part 1, Lyra, Minuet, and Twinkleshine, who are also old friends with Twilight back in Canterlot, are the mind-controlled maids of honor of Queen Chrysalis, who is disguised as Princess Cadence. Lyra Heartstrings says that she loves their dresses that Rarity made, and gets that scary look from the princess. And in a Canterlot Wedding Part 2, the 3 maids of honor try to stop Twilight to the real Cadence from escaping. However, Cadence distracts them with a flower arrangement, throwing it in a cave, making the maids jump after it. Who remember that scene? I love the way they escape from the cave. After moving to Ponyville, Lyra meets Bonbon, and they two spend a lot of time together, making fans craft some theories about the sort of relationship those two had. In the episode Swarm of the Century, where Lyra Heartstring and Bonbon get distracted by a parasprite that flies over the table before eating their whole meal, making Lyra cry. It hurts to see her eyes filled with tears. It was explained by the artist that them two being together was a mere coincidence that only happened because of their matching aesthetic, both in color and in style, but that only lasted for the first season, since after that they developed their friendship thanks to the fans. In season 5, Lyra appears in A Slice of Life, the 100th episode of the series, and together with Bum Bum, she helped to decorate the town hall for Cranky and Matilda's wedding, with the reveal that Bum Bum is actually Agent Sweetie Drops. Lyra gets really upset that her friendship was based on lies, but Sweetie Drops reassures that their friendship was real. It's a really cute moment, but later Lyra and Bum Bum are the main focus of the book Lyra and Bum Bum and the Mirrors from Smile, where Lyra joins the spying agency that Bum Bum is a long-term spy for. Imagine both of them working together as spies. It's perfect, isn't it? If you agree with me, hit the like button. In the episode 23 of season 9, the Big Mac question, Lyra and Bum Bum ask themselves in marriage at the same time. And at the end, in the last problem, it's shown in a newspaper that they finally get married. But alter in the same episode, they take part in Twilight Sparkle's crowning ceremony and also appear in a future of Ponyville and in Fluttershy's group during the filming, when she appears old, just like we see the main six in this episode. There are many fans' theories about their possible children, including Tootsie Flute, who would have been adopted or brought to the family throughout magic means that vary according to each fan's theory. She appeared for the first time in the episode Special Mark in season 1 and also has a relationship with Lyra and Bum Bum and became a fanart favorite in less than a few days. Although this episode in question has no interaction between them two. But hey, what do you think about Lyra's story? I bet that you didn't even imagine that a background character had such a story, am I right? Besides those other background characters, is there any other that you're interested in knowing the story? Comment it down below for me to know. Thank you a lot for watching until here, and hasta la vista!